Welcome to a scene from a horror movie. Here we go, guys. We are on Skull Peak. And we're starting off with just a few little dart monkeys. Just a few little baby monkeys on this evil mountain. So anyways, I honestly just feel like this is like one of my least favorite maps in the entire world. I feel like we could totally, I could imagine myself being like, oh yeah, guys, let's just go to Skull Peak. It's going to be super duper fun. We're going to go visit there, go camping, and all this stuff. And then all of my friends would probably die. And the sad thing is I'd probably be the killer. You know, that's just the way things work around these parts. The least likely person would be the killer, which is me. I'm not usually, I'm the type of person, believe it or not, I don't like to kill flies. I don't like to kill bugs. I don't like to kill anything like that. Believe it or not, I used to be one of those really crazy people that used to save worms. I used to save worms. Whenever, I would go out of my way to save these worms. But if I was walking down the sidewalk and I noticed that they were starting to dry up, on my way to school, on my way to the bus or something like that, I would pick up the worm and I'd put them closer to the grass. That's all I do. And I felt like a good person. I felt like I was doing something, because you know what? I used to be that person where I'd be like, this worm doesn't have like a soul or anything. Like it only has one life. So me saving it, I'm giving it the only thing that it has. If it loses that life, it has nothing left. It doesn't have feelings, doesn't have thoughts, doesn't have anything. So I felt like very, very particular about not killing things pretty much at all. Except the fact that I was a meat eater, and I still am a meat eater, and I just couldn't get away from it. I'm not going to become a vegetarian. I feel like most of the time at least, these animals live pretty reasonable lives. At least I hope they do. And then they usually get killed when they're, adults, and they lived a pretty reasonable life. At least I like to think like that in the back of my brain, but I'm just not sure, honestly. I'm not sure exactly what happens. I would really wish that I could, go and check which companies actually, give these things that I eat their meat, reasonable lives. I would only buy from them. I don't care if it's more expensive. I don't care if it's 2 to 3 times more expensive. I don't care, man, as long as I feel bad for these animals. So anyways, let's get back into the action. What the heck is going on here, man? So of course, whenever I feel like I have my least favorite map in the entire world, I'm going to be using dart monkeys. Yes, indeed, man, because we got exploding darts. Exploding darts is one of the best upgrades in the game. It's not even an upgrade. It's the specialty building 4th tier thing. So it's pretty sweet. And it's not as overpowered as you might have thought, though. I know that in BTD4 they used to have exploding darts, and then they had the premiums, which the exploding darts in Flash seemed like they were a lot better than they are in the mobile version. And that is something that you have to keep in mind, but also I think it's a good thing. I don't want any certain specialty building to be so darned overpowered that you just have to use it every single time to survive. I want each one of these specialty buildings to be resourceful in their own way, and I think they really do a good job of doing that. I can use a lot of these different specialty buildings in different scenarios and make them fairly effective for me. So what the heck do we got going on, man? So with the dart monkeys, we're able to get a third tier banana farm by around 32, maybe even 31. It's ridiculous, man, absolutely. So I'm really darn happy with the amount of farms that we got. But this game, oh man, I just bit my tongue. Wasn't that bad, but sometimes I've never actually bit my tongue enough where it's bled before, and it's probably gonna happen pretty soon. I'm due for one, man. I am due, because I know it happens just about to everybody. So we know that round 40 is going to be absolutely ridiculously difficult and super scary as well. So we have to make sure we can take it down. So we're going to just use dart monkeys the entire way? Probably not. We should probably support it with at least something else. Some grouped popping power, and then usually, honestly, dart monkeys, even though they're fairly good about popping power, they're still pretty darn expensive. You can probably buy something else which has just a little bit more popping power. So today we're going to go with something that has a little bit of a mix. I feel like submarines are probably slightly more effective, so we got the airburst darts upgrade on these bad boys. 3 submarines with airburst darts, but we had to sell a farm to do it. But I don't care, man. We got 3 third-tier farms. I'm still pretty darn happy with that. So, oh no, man, these balloons. Whoa! Just about had a heart attack over there, man. The balloons got all the way to the very end. Luckily, the intense range of our submarines, man, advanced intel helped us out a bamboozling amount. Whoa, man! So there we go. We got a nice, sexy helicopter over here. This is where it gets kind of crazy, man. I know. This is the part where people are gonna start killing each other. Rampages. How would I kill the people? Probably machete. Honestly, if I was gonna kill people, I would want it to be personal. I wouldn't want to just shoot them with a gun. Screw that, man. If I'm really gonna want to kill somebody, they have to be a really bad person, and I want to cut off their hand, and then maybe cut off their other hand, maybe cut off their foot. I don't know. Just like slice it. Have to be really maybe a samurai sword, either way. And then just slice off their head maybe. Or their neck, I don't know. Now, I'm not a serial killer, and I would never want to kill anybody. But if it came down to it, like I just saw a guy kill 1,000 people, and he murdered my wife and my brother and sister, and ridiculous stuff like that, and released a virus upon the world to kill everybody, oh yeah, I'd make sure he suffered. Oh yeah, would I? Oh boy. But let's stop talking about killing and start talking about bloon killing. So evil, man. How are we going to kill the rest of these balloons? Well, you guys know the drill by now. Impoppable is a Spectre and helicopter-based late-game thing. You just pretty much have to get these guys, and usually, honestly, I go for like only one Spectre, because he is almost infinite balloon popping power anyways. So really, you just need to pop the Moabs, and then the Spectre will pretty much take care of everything else. For the most part, you got to be a little careful with that, as long as you pop the Moabs fast enough, which is kind of hard. And by Moabs, I mean Moab-class balloons. BFBs, Moabs, and technically the Zoma God actually isn't a Moab-class balloon, which is kind of stupid. But, or at least it used to not be, unless they change things. Whatever. So anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to do a Super Monkey Fan Club test. You guys are probably a little bit confused. Like, I'm building dart monkeys in the top right corner up there, and I'm building dart monkeys over here. What the heck is, what are you doing? What are you doing, Chris? That's just stupid. Well, I wanted to test which Super Monkeys turn into the Super Monkey Fan Club Super Monkeys. And as you can tell from my few little tests here, it is the 10 dart monkeys that are the highest up, which is very weird. You wouldn't think it like that, but that's the way it works. The 10 dart monkeys are the highest up, and the dart monkey that is the 2-4. So that one will automatically turn into the Super Monkey Fan Club Super Monkey, and then the other random highest 10 dart monkeys. So you could have 10 dart monkeys like out in the middle of nowhere, just being really high, and they, you know, I mean, smoking weed and everything, just being high. All you gotta do is be high, and bam, shazam, you get Super Monkey Fan Club action. So we've got all of these delicious guys. We've got a First Strike submarine. We've got the big ones all over the map. We've got our Super Monkey Fan Club. And then, of course, our Spectre and 2 helicopters. And this should pretty easily defend everything, but it's really not. Like, I just noticed, like, holy crap, dude, we almost lost on it. Like, we didn't almost lose, but we got pretty tight action over there. So we go round 84. We're just like, screw it, man. First Strike abilities. And now that is going to be the end of the game. Thanks for watching, and have a super duper delicious day.